Welcome back to our cybersecurity series. In this second module, we'll delve into a critical aspect of cybersecurity, understanding the differences between cyber threats and cyber attacks. Recognizing these distinctions is essential for building an effective defense strategy, as it allows you to anticipate potential risks and respond more proactively. I'm Dr. Tomislav Horvat, an assistant professor at University North Croatia, and I'll be guiding you through this session as we explore how threats and attacks differ, the typical sources of each, and how this knowledge can strengthen your organization's cybersecurity approach. Let's get started. First, it's crucial to understand the difference between cyber threats and cyber attacks to build a solid cybersecurity foundation. Cyber threats represent potential risks. Anything that could endanger information systems or data, such as malware, phishing schemes, software vulnerabilities, or social engineering tactics. These threats are passive in nature, holding the potential for harm without directly causing it. On the other hand, cyber attacks are deliberate actions taken by individuals or organizations to exploit these threats. Unlike passive threats, attacks are active and intentional, aiming to disrupt, damage, or steal information. Examples include ransomware attacks, where data is held hostage, and DDoS attacks, which overwhelm systems to deny access. By distinguishing these two concepts, you gain insight into both the passive and active elements of cybersecurity, setting the stage for identifying and responding to risks effectively. Now, let's focus on basic cyber threats types. As already mentioned, cyber threats can take many forms, each with distinct features and potential consequences. In cybersecurity, we categorize the primary types of cyber threats into 5 main groups: malware, phishing, social engineering, distributed denial of service, DDoS attacks, and insider threats. Each of these categories represents a unique approach to compromising systems and data, and understanding them is crucial for effective defense. Now, let's begin with the first type of cyber threat: malware. Malware, short for malicious software, is designed to harm, steal data, or disrupt normal computer operations. It comes in various forms, each with specific methods of attack. Viruses. These attach to legitimate programs and spread whenever those programs are executed. They require user interaction to propagate. Worms. Unlike viruses, worms are self-replicating and spread across networks independently, without needing user action. Ransomware. This type of malware encrypts data on infected systems and demands a ransom payment to decrypt the data. Spyware. Spyware works covertly, tracking and recording user activities without their awareness, often used to steal sensitive information. Throughout history, there are many examples of malware attacks. Now, we will mention only the most significant ones to raise awareness about the importance of defense against such attacks. The most famous example of malware attack is definitely WannaCry from 2017. This was a massive ransomware attack that affected thousands of computers worldwide. WannaCry exploited a vulnerability in the Windows operating system to spread. Once it infected a machine, it encrypted the files and displayed a message demanding a payment in cryptocurrency to unlock them. Not only did it encrypt data, but it also rendered the computers unusable, essentially locking users out until the ransom was paid or the system was restored from a backup. Another example is ILOVEYOU 2000, one of the most damaging viruses of its time. It spread via email with the subject line, "I love you," and an attachment named loveletterforyou.vbs. Once opened, the virus ran a script that overwrote files, including images and documents, and then sent itself to all contacts in the user's address book. This caused severe data loss, system instability, and major network slowdowns due to the flood of emails. Both individuals and businesses were affected, leading to significant financial and operational disruptions. These examples highlight the variety and severity of cyber threats and the importance of preventive measures and regular backups to mitigate such risks. Next is phishing, a type of cyber threat that uses deceptive communication, typically through emails, to trick individuals into revealing sensitive information, such as passwords, credit card details, and other personal data. Phishing attacks often appear to be from trusted sources, making them particularly dangerous. The primary types of phishing include email phishing, generic fake emails that appear to be from reputable organizations; spear phishing, highly targeted phishing attempts aimed at specific individuals or organizations, often using personalized information; whaling, phishing attacks directed at high-ranking individuals within organizations, such as executives, due to the potential for high-value information. Throughout history, there are many examples of phishing attacks. A notable example of phishing is the PayPal phishing scam. In this case, attackers sent emails that appeared to be from PayPal, urging recipients to verify their accounts or warning that their accounts had been compromised. When users clicked on the link, they were redirected to a fake website mimicking PayPal's login page. Upon entering their credentials, victims unknowingly gave attackers access to their accounts, leading to unauthorized transactions and potentially even identity theft. This scam not only led to financial losses and privacy issues for the victims, but also underscored the importance of user awareness in detecting phishing threats. This example shows how phishing can result in both financial damage and loss of personal information, stressing the importance of vigilance and education to recognize and respond to suspicious communications. Another type of cyber threats is social engineering. Social engineering is a type of cyber threat that manipulates individuals into revealing sensitive information or performing actions that compromise security. Rather than exploiting technical vulnerabilities, social engineering takes advantage of human psychology to breach defenses. Key tactics used in social engineering include pretexting. The attacker creates a fabricated scenario to obtain confidential information by pretending to be someone trustworthy. Baiting. The attacker offers something desirable to lure the victim into providing sensitive information. Tailgating. The attacker physically follows an authorized person into a secure area without proper access credentials. A common example of social engineering is phone scams, where attackers impersonate tech support from companies like Microsoft, IBM, or an internet service provider. They claim the victim's computer is compromised and instruct them to install remote access software. Once in, attackers can install malware, steal information, or demand payment for fake repairs. Victims often suffer financial losses, identity theft, and emotional distress, while also losing trust in legitimate tech support services. This example highlights how social engineering can cause severe financial and emotional harm, emphasizing the need for awareness and caution when dealing with unsolicited calls or offers. Next are distributed denial of service (DDoS) attacks. DDoS attack uses numerous infected devices, known as a botnet, to flood a target system with fake traffic, making it inaccessible to legitimate users. DDoS attacks come in several types. Volumetric attacks. These flood the network with large volumes of fake traffic. Protocol attacks. These exploit weaknesses in network protocols to overwhelm resources. Application layer attacks. These target specific applications or services within the system. A well-known example is the 2016 DIN attack, which targeted the DNS provider DIN using a botnet of IoT devices infected with Mirai malware. This led to major disruptions on sites like Twitter, GitHub, and Netflix, causing internet outages in the US and Europe for hours. The attack exposed IoT vulnerabilities and highlighted the critical role of DNS providers in internet stability, leading to advancements in IoT security and DDoS mitigation strategies. Last but not least are insider threats. Insider threats are risks that originate from within an organization, typically involving employees, former employees, contractors, or business partners who have access to sensitive information. These threats are divided into two types: malicious insiders, individuals who intentionally seek to harm or steal information from the organization; unintentional insiders, individuals who inadvertently compromise security through negligence or lack of awareness. A key example of an insider threat is Edward Snowden in 2013. As a former NSA contractor, he leaked top-secret documents on U.S. government surveillance, including metadata collection and access to data from companies like Google and Facebook. His actions ignited global debates on privacy, prompted U.S. intelligence reforms, and underscored the serious impact of insider threats, accelerating the push for stronger encryption and data security. Now, let's focus on some interesting facts about cyber threats and real-world examples that highlight their impact, especially on small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs. Let's start with interesting facts. Every day, over 350,000 new malware samples are detected, illustrating the rapid growth of malicious software. Phishing remains a major concern, with about 12% of users clicking on phishing links, often leading to data breaches. Social engineering is another prominent threat, accounting for 70% to 90% of all malicious data breaches. DDoS attacks are disruptive, with an average duration of 12 hours, and insider threats can be costly, with an average incident cost of $11.5 million. To understand these threats better, let's look at some actionable real-world examples. Ransomware attack on ABC Manufacturing. A phishing email led to a ransomware attack that encrypted critical data, halting production for days and costing $50,000 in ransom. Key takeaways include the need for employee training on phishing awareness, multi-factor authentication, and regular data backups. Data theft at XYZ Marketing. A disgruntled former employee stole sensitive client data and sold it to a competitor, resulting in financial losses and reputational damage. This incident underscores the importance of promptly revoking access for terminated employees, implementing role-based data access, and regularly reviewing security policies. DDoS attack on eShop Ltd. A botnet flooded this retailer's servers, disrupting online sales and affecting customer trust. This example highlights the need for DDoS protection, regular resilience testing, and scalable IT infrastructure. These facts and examples remind us that cyber threats are real and that proactive measures can significantly reduce their impact on businesses. In conclusion, this module has explored the critical differences between cyber threats and cyber attacks, providing insights into their characteristics, examples, and potential impacts. Understanding these concepts is essential for building effective defense strategies and fostering awareness of the evolving cybersecurity landscape. By examining real-world examples like WannaCry, I Love You, and the DIN attack, we've highlighted the importance of vigilance, preventive measures, and robust security practices. Thank you for joining this session. In the next module, we'll dive into security architecture and protective measures, where we'll explore the frameworks and strategies that underpin a strong cybersecurity defense. See you then!